One of the most important things a concept artist has is their portfolio, but what exactly should you include to get hired? My name is Ellie Cooper and I'm the Creative Director at Athena Productions, a concept art and visual development studio working on video games, films and TV shows. Your portfolio is everything when it comes to becoming a concept artist. It's your golden ticket into the industry. It is an absolute non-negotiable part of your application. When recruiters open up your application, the first thing they check is your portfolio, not your cover letter, not your resume, not where you went to school, but your portfolio. I know this firsthand because at Athena, the portfolio is always the very first thing that our team look at. For junior artists, it can be hard to know what to include, and for senior artists, NDAs or busy schedules can make updating your portfolio extremely tough. But we've put together our top tips to create a standout concept art portfolio, and most importantly, what studios like us actually look for when hiring. Don't forget your portfolio. It sounds obvious, right? But you'd be shocked at how many artists forget to include a portfolio link in their application. But in this industry, trust is built visually, and recruiters decide within seconds whether you're a fit into their team. Recruiters need to see your work. Your portfolio is your first impression. Think of it as a shop window displaying your skills, passion and potential. Also, be sure to actually double check that your portfolio link works. And if your website is password protected, include the password. If your portfolio is a PDF, make sure it's accessible. The last thing you want is for a recruiter to give up because they can't view your work. And a few quick things as well. Use an online platform like ArtStation for easy access. At Athena, we often discover artists on ArtStation, so having an online presence is a huge advantage. You just need some form of online presence, so whether that's Instagram, LinkedIn, ArtStation, Cara, whatever, that's absolutely fine, but you need somewhere for people to discover you. The next is to keep your portfolio updated. I know it's hard, especially if you have responsibilities outside of doing art, but don't let it gather dust. And make sure that any NDA protected artwork has proper clearance before sharing. You don't want to get in hot water with any previous clients or employers. Your portfolio should showcase only your best work. 5 incredible pieces will always beat 50 just okay ones. Recruiters want to see consistent quality, not filler art. But on the flip side, if you have only one masterpiece, it won't be enough to prove that you can deliver consistently. Aim for a portfolio that shows both quality and consistency. A good way is to look at your portfolio zoomed out. Does it look cohesive? Does it represent your style and strengths well? If not, it might be time for a cleanup. Be sure to also keep curating your portfolio and remove older work. Artwork that's 7 years old may be very different to how you do art now. A common mistake, especially among juniors, is trying to become an all-round concept artist. But when you first start out, just focus on one area, whether that's characters, environments, vehicles, or whatever excites you the most. Master that first before branching out. Otherwise, you will only frustrate yourself to no end trying to be perfect at every subject. When a recruiter looks at your portfolio, they should immediately understand what you specialize in. Especially if you're applying for, let's say, an environment concept artist role, your portfolio should scream that you love designing environments. Also, be mindful of art styles. If you want to work on a realistic first-person shooter, having cartoony or pixel art pieces in your portfolio might confuse recruiters. Make sure that your portfolio aligns with the studios you're applying to. This doesn't mean that you can't practice different art styles or subjects, or perhaps you might specialize in a few. But for portfolios that you're sending out to studios, be sure to tailor it to what they're looking for. And that brings us on to the next point. Research the company you are wanting to apply for. This is a big one and often one that people miss out on. If you want to work for a specific studio, tailor your portfolio accordingly. A great trick that I found is to find a concept artist that already works at that studio. So go to LinkedIn, find their ArtStation portfolios and analyze their work. This gives you a realistic benchmark of what these studios expect from their artist. And this can be a fantastic trick for juniors as well, trying to understand the level of entry of artists into the studio. This doesn't mean copying a studio's work, as most of the time studios are working on the next project, which may be a totally different theme or genre than before, but looking for storytelling elements, art style, level of finish, or even composition techniques from the studio's concept artists. One of the biggest mistakes we also see concept artists make is only showing the final polished images. And we get it, it's really tempting just to show the really beautiful render at the end. But concept artists isn't just about making pretty pictures, it's about problem solving. Recruiters want to see how you think. That means including things like call-out sheets, technical drawings, props, iterations, all the behind the scenes work. Show your sketches, thumbnails, mood boards, work in progresses, turnarounds, breakdowns, whatever helps you to explain your process. We want to see how you take a written or verbal idea and develop it, how you explore different directions, how you refine and solve problems. That is a concept artist's job. Document what you were trying to solve and how you approached it. That kind of insight tells us how you're going to work in a studio environment. And just a quick heads up, make sure that your process work is curated. Don't throw everything in. It should feel intentional rather than chaotic, and some things are not always worth including. So let's recap. Don't forget your portfolio. Make it accessible and easy to view. Quality over quantity. Show only your best work. Showing 3 to 6 images is better than showing 50 images that might be a bit hit and miss, or just showing one that doesn't show consistency. Keep it focused. Specialize in one area to stand out and help you to avoid frustration, especially when you're early on in your career. Make sure you research the company. Tailor your portfolio to the companies you're applying for, and your chances will go way up. Show your process. Let recruiters see how you think, how you problem solve, how you create. If this was helpful, give us a like, subscribe for more tips like this, and drop any questions that you may have in the comments. We're here to help. See you next time.